After last time you saw I was having a bit of trouble. I'd pull the door frame apart. This time I'm building the door in the doorway. Up here at the top you can see what you could call the header of the door. And you can see I've got this little cutout piece here. That is where I went wrong last time. And then down at the base plate for the door, I can take my measurements from base plate to top plate and 2005 mil, everything square. I know exactly how big my pieces need to be. So I'll start cutting them, getting set to try again to put the door frame together. Attempt number 2. A few days later, not only do I have it all back together, I've even done a little bit more of the finishing of the door. And I've got the pivot hinge pieces in place. This is actually one of those moments where I'm a little bit nervous, because when I put the door in place the first time, it was not possible to easily get it out. I kind of had to dismantle part of the door and the wall to get the door out. So once this pivot hinge goes in, it's not coming out again. Well, not easily anyway. This is the top of the pivot hinge. It's got a little pin that comes out. And the piece it fits into is magnetic. So once this little pin pops up, it's held in place by a magnet. And I have no idea how to get it to pop back down if you need to take the door out. I suppose if you're able to put like a super powerful magnet here to counter the other one, but anyway, I wasn't able to do that. But this is the earlier piece, and well, it just became my test piece. So I tried to mount a piece of panel on the front, tried to work out what the actual exact dimensions need to be, for example, where the pivot point is and where the door frame will actually be. And now this is the neater version, and you can even see that I have put some side paneling on. So this is the plywood, birch plywood paneling. That was quite tricky there, putting it on the angle. So I've done this side and the underneath, and when the door's in place, that's where I'm going to then put the front panel and the back panel on, because when it's actually up on the wall, I'll install insulation into this as well. Now it's just time to put it in place. I think it's as ready as it needs to be to now go in. Hopefully it fits this time and works. Let's see. Just pause there for a moment. It's not in yet. Look, the fact is I'm about a millimeter. I need to find a millimeter so where the top of this fits into one of these, and then it will pop up. I've got about a millimeter I need to find just to get the door in and then in place. Does that make sense? So I need to either recess this in just by a little bit, or this down just a little bit more. And then, that's what I'm going to try and do. So let's see if we can get it working and get it in place. It's got like this much to go. I just heard the little magnet go. Well, snap. It's in. See if it works. Talk about a millimeter. I just need to shave 1 millimeter off. Let me show you. Just that tiny little spot here. That's what needs, just one little bit of cutting, and then it should open. The door needs a little bit of adjustment, but there is some possibility to do adjustment on the pivot hinge. I'll just take a little bit off there and then let's give it a try. After quite a bit of fiddling time later, here I am with the conclusion for this update. You ready? It opens and it closes. Check out the closing mechanism. Very smooth. It's adjustable. No hands. I could perhaps speed it up a little bit, but I'll get the door finished before I start playing with that. Oh, very smooth, very nice. Next time, some paneling on front. See you then. Bye.